Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. This is News Channel Nebraska. My name's Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our top headlines today. Open enrollment through the Affordable Care Act has begun, but Americans could be shocked by the prices for next year. Insurers charging a lot more, and that's a number that could skyrocket for low-income families if lawmakers don't extend federal subsidies that cut their costs. Jen Sullivan explains just how much more you could be paying for health insurance.
The government shutdown is now in its second month. At the center of the battle on Capitol Hill, healthcare subsidies that make insurance more affordable for millions of Americans. Those tax breaks, though, are set to expire. Democrats want to see them extended.
Ripping healthcare away from millions of Americans is unpopular.
More than 24 million people have health insurance through the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. And roughly 92% of enrollees receive federal tax credits to help lower their monthly costs. Renewing the subsidies would cost $35 billion every year for the next 10 years. Many Republicans say they won't negotiate the subsidies question until enough Democrats approve a spending bill to reopen the government.
Get this thing open. We have shown in good faith that we will do the appropriations process.
Regardless of subsidies, the cost of health insurance through the Affordable Care Act will jump. KFF, a nonprofit focused on health policy, recently looked at monthly costs for healthcare coverage and found ACA insurers are raising premiums by roughly 26% next year. But if you take away subsidies on top of the increases, the costs will be even higher.
We're expecting that on average, premium payments are going to more than double. That's a 114% increase.
KFF says average monthly premium costs could go from $888 to as much as $1,904 in 2026.
I have people who are sitting at home in Massachusetts right now looking at their new health care premiums and trying to decide between health care and rent.
Federal tax credits are set to expire at the end of the year. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Maintain, nourish, and support your health by visiting our Good Health, Good Life shopping tab. You'll find select multivitamins, probiotics, and more designed for you. Make the Good Life even better and promote your health in 2025.
Communities all over Nebraska are stepping up to fill the void created by governmental inaction on SNAP benefits. In Omaha, 12 different locations have been designated as official drop-off sites for a city-run food drive to benefit those who've lost access to SNAP benefits. Bags upon bags of canned goods and other non-perishable food items have already been collected. Donors have been steadily streaming into the city's donation drop-off site since last Wednesday. The city's food drive runs till this Wednesday. The food collected will be given to the food bank for the Heartland. Meanwhile, a popular spot in the capital city getting in on the giving, Muchachos in downtown Lincoln, has turned into a makeshift food pantry. Announcing over the weekend they're accepting food items to be prepared for people in need, free of charge, no questions asked. Muchachos owner says they've also added the Snapadilla to their menu. That's a free quesadilla they're preparing for folks in need. Donations pouring in central Nebraska as well. The Heartland United Way asking the community to help bridge the gap for SNAP recipients by making food donations, but they're also matching financial donations up to $10,000 with their Fill the Gap fund. Those donations can be made at the Heartland United Way's website. In northeast Nebraska, the Norfolk Area Salvation Army, the benefactor of multiple local businesses. The Salvation Army announced on social media over the weekend that they received over 680 pounds of non-perishable food as a result of a drive at the local Menards. The nonprofit also partnering with Norfolk's Hy-Vee. Shoppers can purchase bags filled with either $5 or $10 worth of non-perishable food items that will then be donated to the Salvation Army. So what can you do if you'd like to help? There are food banks all over Nebraska that could use donations, but experts say it's important to donate what the charities actually need. The organization Move for Hunger released a list of the items needed most over the weekend. It included canned veggies and fruits, beans, peanut butter, tuna, chicken, and hearty soups. Meanwhile, Feeding America says pasta, rice, and shelf-stable milk and cooking oils can also provide balance to limited diets. Personal care and hygiene items like soap, shampoo, toothpaste, diapers, and feminine hygiene products are also in high demand. And many food banks say cash donations are appreciated because often they can purchase items at reduced bulk rates and cover their logistical costs. Well, Sunday, President Donald Trump returned to CBS's 60 Minutes for his first interview with the program in 5 years. The interview was taped on Friday, 1 year to the day since he filed a lawsuit against the show over a pre-election interview with 2024 Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris. Reed Binion has more.
In his first CBS 60 Minutes interview since 2020, President Trump fielded questions on topics from tariffs to immigration to the government shutdown, which now threatens to become the longest shutdown in U.S. history.
Democrats' fault.
As for Democratic lawmakers' demand that Affordable Care Act subsidies be extended before reopening the government, Trump stood firm by his position.
Obamacare is terrible, and we can fix it with the Democrats. All they have to do is let the country open, and we'll fix it.
On immigration, the president was asked if the methods used by ICE have gone too far.
I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
Trump also addressed the upcoming Supreme Court oral arguments on whether his tariff policy is legal.
I think it's the most important subject discussed by the Supreme Court in 100 years.
The president asked what happens to his economic plan if the high court rules against him on tariffs.
I think our country will be immeasurably hurt. I think our economy will go to hell.
The wide-ranging interview also covered topics including cost of living, foreign policy challenges, and concerns about the possible use of the military to combat crime in American cities. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
A critical minerals developer planning to build $1 billion mine in rural southeast Nebraska set to host a series of town hall meetings. NioCorp will be hosting 2 town halls on Friday, December 5th at the community center in Elk Creek. It's about 10 miles south of Tecumseh. Governor Jim Pillen scheduled to attend the first town hall session. That's at noon. The sessions will include project updates, a question and answer session with NioCorp executives, and a complimentary meal. If completed, the mine would be North America's only niobium, scandium, and titanium critical minerals mine and processing facility. New methods are being tested at an eastern Nebraska police department to attract recruits to the ever-changing field of law enforcement. Hanky Hazelton has more.
Interim Chief Brett Strecker said it's a job most don't want. The Columbus Police Department currently has 38 officers, but they're really at about 33 because a few are still in training. And with a population of 25,000, they need more officers. So instead of a 4-year degree, they have an approach where they are getting recruits through an apprenticeship program.
College, they could come work for us for 2 or 3 years until they turn 21, and they would be doing some duties of police work, and then they would become a police officer after spending their time in the apprenticeship.
Even with the apprenticeship opportunities available and challenges in recruiting at job fairs, Strecker noted his officers' exceptional dedication, highlighting their commitment to attend school themselves.
We've had several officers who have been adjunct professors, and then they're able to see someone who might want to be a police officer and then try to recruit them that way. We've been successful with that a couple of times.
The department has also focused on attracting new recruits by showcasing their advanced technology and state-of-the-art equipment.
We have ballistic shields, and we also have 3 different tools that can get into phones and find criminal activity. We also have virtual trainer that we're working to perfect our methods on that.
Strecker proudly highlights the facility's expansive building, which, in addition to a training and gym room, includes several rare and sought-after amenities.
We have a break room that people can take a break at if they live outside of the city and can't take a break at home. We have a locker room that reminds me of a collegiate locker room. We just have a lot of good facilities here that a lot of places don't have.
In Columbus, Hanky Hazelton, News Channel, Nebraska.
And an auxiliary unit in a small northeast Nebraska village turning 100 this year. Sarah McKenna joined in on the party.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
The Windside Legion Auxiliary is turning 100. The American Legion in Windside held a birthday party for the group on Saturday, filled with cake, beautiful singing, and reminiscing on memories.
The Legion purchased 12 hens. The auxiliary volunteered to help them with them, but I'm not sure what happened with them because we don't have that information. So I want to know, did they have a chicken dinner?
An auxiliary unit is a group of spouses, daughters, granddaughters, sisters, and mothers of veterans that support the Legion's work. The Windside unit is at just over 104% membership now. One of their members is celebrating 60 years in the auxiliary. The long history of the unit runs with its members, who remember the Legion and the auxiliary from childhood.
Back when I was a little girl, I came to events with my parents growing up, and learning different things along the way. I now fill different leadership roles, and I've learned a lot over the years, not only about my government, but about my communities, the members that make up those communities, even about our fellow Legionnaires.
The auxiliary hosts many events throughout the year, like parades, craft nights for kids, and sending members to Girls State, a learning opportunity for girls in Nebraska. In Windside, Sarah McKenna, News Channel, Nebraska.
And you can stay up to date with the very latest by following us online. Head to newschannelnebraska.com, click on the News tab there. You can also follow us on X, like us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. This is News Channel Nebraska.